Good evening, everyone. We welcome you to South County Stadium in Port St. Lucie. This is the 2012 FHSAA Boys Lacrosse Championship game. What a perfect evening. I'm Martin O'Neill. I'm standing next to the girls' head lacrosse coach at Martin County High School, Bob Windsor. Bob, we saw both teams play last night in very intense, close matches. Let's talk about the two principals tonight. Let's start with St. Andrews. They're the visitors.
Well, first, talking about both teams last night, both teams very slow in the first half getting off, and they closed real well. So hopefully tonight, St. Andrews is going to come out with a little bit more energy in the first half and play for 48 minutes hard and strong.
Let's take a look at where we're at. Talk about Lake Highland.
Well, Lake Highland, same thing. As I was saying, they got off to a slow start last night. Maybe it was jitters. I mean, they're both very experienced teams. They've both been through this before. This is what, their third year?
This is the rubber match. Yeah, they met 2 years ago. St. Andrews won 14-8 last year. Lake Highland returned the favor, winning 11-10. So this is the rubber match between these two squads.
This is it's like Joe Frazier and Muhammad Ali.
The Thrilla in Manila, right here in Port St. Lucie.
Two heavyweights going at each other.
No doubt about it. Coming into this match tonight, they are rated number 1 and number 2. They're clearly, by all accounts, the two best teams in the state. Although if you watched at all the semifinal matchups, you knew that they had their hands full last night. Perhaps a little bit of looking forward to this event took them off their game a little bit, but here we are, number 1, number 2. The reprise of the state championship, round 3.
A lot of supporters for both teams here. This is a very wild crowd.
Yeah, it's a loud crowd here tonight. Last night, Bob, one of the things that you picked up on real early was the power of both of these teams to control the face-off. Kyle Clemenza is going to do the face-off for St. Andrews, and Malcolm Clayton, I believe, is taking the honors for Lake Highland. So, something's got to give here. I mean, these two guys controlled it last night. And the opening the opening face-off tonight favors St. Andrews. It's number 6, Max Suskind, running into the offensive end of the field. He flips it back to Jake Levine, and we're in play. Suskind. Long pass across. It's picked up by it's Connor Whipple. It's number 5, Grant Mailer. Grant Mailer still has possession for St. Andrews. Comes in, takes the shot a little bit off balance. Bob, we noticed last night, especially in the second match with Lake Highland, a very physical presence by the players down near the goalkeeper.
Right in front of the goal, yeah. You just saw it just pick up right where it ended last night.
It's Billy Roll. He had a huge second half. Last night, as you said, they started slowly, but boy, they hit their stride late. And Billy Roll and Clay Phillips had a big part in that last night. Ball gets away. That's Connor Logan coming away with it for St. Andrews. Nice pickup there by number 22, Blake Mulligan. Again, nice catches. Not nearly the best of throws so far, but Jake Weprin on his way takes a shot, and the ball is going to belong at this point to Lake Highland. Sense any nervousness, or is this kind of like the first game tonight, very focused and a lot of effort?
No,
what are you seeing, Bob?
I'm impressed with St. Andrews so far. I don't think there's any nerves there. They're much. They look a lot better than last night's start. And Lake Highland Prep, same thing. Both these teams are going right at it.
I believe it's number 35, Devin Lewis, getting Lake Highland off and into the lead. 10 minutes and 6 seconds to play in the first quarter. 1-0 Highlanders. And as you pointed out, this is a large crowd tonight, and both sides seem pretty vocal. And Lake Highlands folks get the first chance to cheer.
Very, very intense.
Yep. All right. Back to the face-off. See who can control this part of the game. So key. Clemenza just gets so low, so hard to root out of there. And Clemenza again wins the draw. It's 2 out of 2 for him tonight. It's Connor Whipple, number 3 for the Scots. Ball kind of gets away for a minute from number 25, but he regathers control. It's Jordan Todd, number 27 for the Scots. Stephen Real. Number 34 is Jake Fields. Had a big night last night for the Scots. We're even. That's number 29. I have a difficult time picking up numbers on the Scots players. That's number 19, Ben Kennedy, that scores.
That was a real nice fake, and then he got inside, got in closer to the goalie, and the goalie had no shot.
We have 9:19 to play in the first quarter. It's level 1-1, and you can tell by the sound of the crowd that they're into this, and it's going to be a very spirited and intense matchup. Davis Anderson trying to root it away from Kyle Clemenza, but that doesn't work. Clemenza wins yet another draw. Now the ball out to the Highlanders. Number 45, Cody Prizer. So Clemenza's had 3 face-offs, won them all, and again, he was really hard to root out last night. Number 12, Jackson Bowen. Clay Phillips. 24 is Davis Anderson. Billy Roll. 35 is Devin Lewis, he who scored the first goal for Lake Highland. Clay Phillips. Austin Tamayo flips it over to Will Wolfson, number 9. Bob, looking at the defense that St. Andrews is throwing up there, it looks man-to-man, eh?
Yep. They're marked up man-to-man. And not giving them any room either.
Yeah, double teaming every chance they get. Wolfson again. Tamayo to Clay Phillips. Really rolling, and St. Andrews defense, really spot on so far. Kearns takes a shot, doesn't really get one on goal. Coming out of the pack, number 37, Reed McCool.
Wow, is he fast?
Yeah, McCool streaks up the middle of the field.
Great save.
And that was nice. It was Connor Whipple's shot, turned away
Goalie came
by
up
the
big.
goalkeeper, Alex Acuna. All right, Jackson Bowen. Long stick, running up the sideline. Flips it just a little too far. Devin Lewis turns, shoots. Man, what a powerful shooter he is.
Yeah, both these teams are playing with much more energy than they did start off with last night.
Absolutely. Austin Tamayo with a shot. Yeah, I gather a whole lot more intensity, a lot more speed.
They're coming out.
They're
coming out
into
top speed. Top speed.
Clay Phillips, Austin Tamayo. That's going to be interesting. See who comes up with the ball here. Boy, very intense matchup. Will Wolfson takes a shot. Man.
He really ripped
They're
that.
not playing around tonight, Bob. It goes 2-1 with 5 minutes and 34 seconds to play in the opening quarter, and it's been all that it was advertised. Very intense.
Would you say put a little mustard on that?
I'll tell you right now,
he had little extra mustard.
All All right, Kyle Clemenza, he who seems to control every face-off. Yep, not surprising he does it again. 34 is Jake Fields for the Scots. See if they can answer. It's Jake Levine. Bob, looking at Lake Highland's defense, you seeing a man-to-man?
Yes, very much. They're both playing each other straight up.
Yep. Well, you better keep your man in front of you. 27 is Jordan Todd, one of the co-captains for the Scots. Puts the ball in the stick of Jake Fields. Fields, not this time. Alex Acuna, second stop of the evening for the Lake Highland goalkeeper.
Both very athletic stops, too.
Yes. 29, Max Parker. Again, boy, they're not giving up anything, either team. Everything's being contested. Parker again. Again, stick, loses his stick. Stephen Real. Oh, whoa.
My goodness.
Jordan Todd with a kick save to Alex Acuna.
Looked like Bernie Perron on that one.
And you have Billy Roll. He flips it forward to Max Parker. Devin Lewis feeds Clay Phillips. Clay Phillips puts Lake Highland ahead 3-1. 4:58 to play in the opening quarter.
I don't know if they can play at this pace for 48 minutes.
I'll tell you, the intensity is just, I mean, ratcheted up. How do you get a face-off away from Kyle Clemenza?
I guess you got to cheat.
I mean, he seems to get so low. He's so physical. Look at that.
But there you
well,
go.
Not that time. That's probably the one way you get him is you get him to start early. A little bit of a false start there by Clemenza. Malcolm Clayton, possession for Lake Highland. Brendan Fugit. Billy Roll back to Fugit. Billy Roll. Austin Tamayo. He spins inside, takes a shot. Not sure if he hit a post or the goalkeeper, but it didn't go in.
Lake Highland's put a lot of pressure on.
Yep, it's Davis Anderson, but the ball taken away by Max Suskind. Thomas Lounsbury. That was Connor Whipple. So we have a timeout on the field.
Well, they're going to need a couple breaks tonight like that.
Played about 8 minutes, Bob.
I'm tired watching.
They played 8 minutes. I feel like the game just started, but the intensity and the speed, my goodness.
Yeah, big difference in last night.
You know, I shouldn't be surprised, but I am a little bit. I think that I don't. You know, how do you account for last night's performance by both these squads?
Last night I was surprised. I just thought that they would come out stronger, both teams, and when they didn't, I was expecting maybe some of the same thing tonight.
I know both the Jupiter Warriors and the Ponte Vedra Sharks last night gave both of these squads fits. Both these teams had to come from behind in the second half to earn their ticket to the state finals. But it doesn't look like we're watching the same teams tonight.
No, very easily we could have been watching the other two teams playing here for the championship.
Excellent point. You know, honestly, it could have been Jupiter against Ponte Vedra tonight. Maybe it was the message the coaches shared with their players, but certainly they have come out on fire in this one.
They got the point home.
And it's also, I think, very, very likely that there was no needing to get their players up for this game. They know the stakes. They know the opponent. That probably had something to do with it, but I would think that both coaches probably mentioned to their players often, hey, you know, we got a bit lucky last night. Let's get out there and get with it tonight. All right, Andy Wheeler, possession for the Scots. #27 is Jordan Todd. 19 is Ben Kennedy.
It's a big possession here for St. Andrews.
We have a flag on the play. At that moment, someone's leaving the field to play. Going to have a 1-minute penalty to be served on the sideline. It'll be a man advantage to the Scots. Stephen Real looks like he's going to start play. Bob, if you're the Scots, are you in a big hurry, or are you really just looking to take advantage of the advantage you have and take your time, be patient, get a shot?
Well, you got a minute. There's no reason to rush it, but you certainly want to take advantage of this man down situation.
All right, Real.
This is such a big.
Had a shot there by Andy Wheeler. Goes out of play, and it looked like first stick to the ball was Alex Acuna.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen them work for a better shot than that.
Lake Highland defenseman Reed Thedford had to Davis Anderson and onto the attacking zone. Come the Highlanders. 35, Devin Lewis. Brendan Fugit. Ryan Johnson.
Flags all over the place.
Yeah.
Number 39 shaking up on the play.
Yep. It's Thomas Lounsbury.
He's gingerly walking off the field.
Both teams down a player. I'm sorry, it looks like the penalty period is up for Lake Highland. No one's sitting in the penalty box. So the man advantage now goes to the Highlanders. 28 is Ryan Johnson. The same opportunity that the Scots had moments ago. But again, the defense will not allow them a good look at the goal. And number 22, Blake Mulligan, streaks up the sideline for the Scots. That's Max Susskind, number 6. Taking a shot. Tell you what, Alex Acuna has been huge tonight.
That was a good opportunity.
It was. I mean, he has really stayed on his game. First to the ball was the Scots, so they keep possession. Andy Wheeler. Penalty time is up. Everybody's at full strength. It's Jake Levine. Check that, Stephen Real behind the net. Billy Roll starts to play for Lake Highland. Ryan Johnson. Devin Lewis. Minute and a half to play in the opening quarter. 3-1 Highlanders.
I really like the flow of this Lake Highland offense.
Yeah, Ryan Johnson backs away and a minute 20 to play. Johnson comes inside. They do not give him the opportunity. Devin Lewis scoops it up behind the net. Very intense defense. Nobody given quarter here. Malcolm Clayton, number 23 for the Highlanders. Devin Lewis. Austin Tamayo. Tamayo back to Johnson. Johnson takes the shot. Snuck it by the goalkeeper. 35 seconds to play in the opening quarter. Lake Highland not playing around tonight.
No, all their shots pretty much have been right on goal, where the St. Andrews shots have been much more wild.
.35 seconds to play in the opening quarter. It's now 4-1 Lake Highland. Different so far, Bob? What do you think?
I think it's the accuracy of the shooting. St. Andrews has broken through.
Alex Acuna, the goalie for Lake Highland, has also made some big stops. I think it's probably the other difference, but you're right. The accuracy of the Lake Highland shooters. Nice play, deflected away by the defense. So this 22, Blake Mulligan. Down inside of 10 seconds to play. Cody Prizer probably just run out the quarter. Got about 8 seconds to go. Allowing time for players to sub in and out. Long pass upfield.
See, I like that.
Yeah, I would have figured
doing whatever they can to get a
run
shot.
out the clock. And we've come to the end of the first quarter after a very intense and fast-paced first 12 minutes. Lake Highland Prep 4, St. Andrews 1. Pick you up at the beginning of the second quarter. They call that the super moon, Bob. Super moon. I don't know, it looks pretty full to me. I guess it's super anytime it's like that. We come back to play, start of the second 12-minute period. Lake Highland 4, St. Andrew 1.
And we just watched a super period.
Yeah, tell me what you saw, Bob. What did you think the difference was?
A lot of energy. I just think it was the accuracy of the shooting. So they both had the same amount of good opportunities, but Lake Highland definitely took advantage of theirs.
We come back to a face-off. And I'm telling you, Kyle Clemenza just has a way, and St. Andrews has the ball. And I believe St. Andrews is going to now have a man advantage as the Lake Highland players to the sideline. Looks like Stephen Real is going to begin the action.
Well, this is going to be an important possession here for St. Andrews.
Yeah, they've got a minute advantage, so I'm agreeing with you, Bob. They need to get back on the scoreboard again, get a little momentum.
Especially with the way they're winning the draws. If they can score and then get the ball back.
Yeah. Lake Highland defense looking stout. Number 27, Jordan Todd. There's a shot once again.
Ooh, great save.
Yep. Alex Acuna coming up big again for his team, and he's the one, I think, in addition to the accurate shooting, I think he's been a difference maker for the Highlanders as well.
That's a good point.
Wow. Your chances of getting out of a situation like that
one. Fans are
one.
loving it.
It's number 31, John Edison.
Timeout, St. Highland.
Yeah, we have a timeout on the field, Lake Highland. How we got through that couple of players is pretty impressive. Very physical match.
And fast.
We noticed last night in the semifinals, Bob, that the game between Ponte Vedra and Lake Highland was particularly intense, especially around the goal. This game tonight's been intense everywhere.
The whole field. Every pass is being contested.
We go to a timeout with 11 minutes and 1 second to play. Lake Highland on top 4-1, and we're kind of thinking, I'm not sure why we called timeout, I guess. Bob, any idea? You had possession, it looks like you're moving. Maybe settle those players down a little bit?
I'm not sure it's to set them down. I think they're probably going to set something up that if they can increase that lead one more.
So you gain possession, let's take timeout, let's make something count here, let's work a play.
Right. I don't think they want to settle them down.
It looks like Billy Roll Check, looks like Devin Lewis. Trying to figure out who's got the ball here. Yep. Devin Lewis, number 35 for the Highlanders.
They're going to try to run that time off the clock. Here comes the.
Okay, now we're the back. Okay, all right. Back at full strength. Well, I'm an announcer and he's the coach.
Oh,
Ryan Johnson
there we go.
finds a crack in the defense, whips a shot through there, and Bob, you're right. The accuracy of the shooting right now for Lake Highland
one of
is
their
a
shots
difference.
is right on goal.
We go 5-1 with 10:38 to play in the half. And it wasn't a big crack there, but he found an opening and rifled that shot home. All right, Max Parker's going to have a go with Kyle Clemenza. Nobody else has been able to root him out of here. Let's see if young Max Parker has a shot. Nope. Clemenza again. Clemenza takes a shot, and the ball stays with St. Andrews.
Again, I mean, he was in on the goalie. He had every opportunity. He didn't put it on goal.
St. Andrews to the attack. Number 34 is Jake Fields. Max Suskind. Number 4 is Andy Wheeler. Ball picked up by Fields. Suskind. A flag from the official. I don't know if the hit was high or maybe a cross check.
Slid up a little high, I think.
Yeah. Suskind still has possession behind the net. And now we come back to the penalty, so it looks like Lake Highland's going to be down a player. And boy, if ever St. Andrews needs to take advantage of the opportunity, Bob, this looks like it, huh?
Yeah, this is a big one.
Early in the game and all that, and acknowledging that St. Andrews, they're not sleepwalking tonight, but they kind of sleptwalked a little bit through last night's semifinal game in the first half. Came back strong in the second. You know, you certainly.
No, they won't be able to do that tonight.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that is what makes this possession really important to them. They need to get something on goal accurately and try to get the score reduced. There it is. Long shot from the outside. I think that's Connor Whipple. Again, difficult time making out some of the numbers from the distance here.
Almost looked like he took a little bit off that,
yeah.
You know, just to make it a little bit more accurate.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. Found a nice spot and took a shot. I think it was Connor Whipple that put the ball in the net for the Scots. We go 5-2 with 9:26 to play. And like you say, here it is. This is like make it, take it basketball. So a chance for St. Andrews to gain possession right back, and I wouldn't bet against Kyle Clemenza.
The noise level here in the stands, I feel like we're in an arena.
We've got an illegal procedure, probably a false start. And so the ball belongs to Lake Highland. Will Wolfson fires up a shot, kind of wild, out of control, but he was also on his way to the ground. Lake Highland ball, Austin DeMaio. Corey Echeverry outside to Jordan Todd. That's Nick Ranta. Number 9 is definitely Alexander. Check that, number 22, Blake Mulligan. Ball out front to Jake Fields. Stephen Real.
Oh, bad angle and
Boy, howdy.
put it in.
Yep.
That was a tough angle shot.
And St. Andrews' numbers are difficult for me to read at a distance, and I think that one was Ben Kennedy, 19. Don't hold me to that, but it looked like he's the one that took the shot, got the goal. We have a 5-3 game. Lake Highland still in the lead. 8:20 to play. Back to a face-off. See if Kyle Clemenza can pull it off again. Yep. Clemenza to the attack. Shot there, number 27, Jordan Todd, a little high. First to the ball.
The shots do look better now, though.
Yeah.
Even the ones they're missing, they're just missing.
Whipple's pass. Knocked out of play, but stays with Jake Levine from St. Andrews. Substitutions coming in for Lake Highland. 7:59 to play in the half. And the last two goals belong to the Scots. Levine outside. Sandy Wheeler out front. All being checked away. Wheeler still comes away with it. Nice pass inside.
Great pass.
Yeah, it
back
was.
in there.
Number 27, Jordan Todd, taking advantage, I think, of a pass from Connor Whipple. Found a soft spot in the middle of the defense, and it's 5-4.
Yeah, one thing that strikes me about tonight's game is we don't see too many unforced errors. Where last night there's a lot of drop passes without any pressure on them. Tonight, everybody's playing their best.
Well, momentum certainly has swung with 7 minutes and 20 seconds until halftime. The lead is now 5-4. One goal favoring Lake Highland. Lake Highland needs a possession, you would think. Yep, they got one. Number 24, Davis Anderson. Austin Tamayo. Boy, that was sweet there. Tamayo feeds Clay Phillips. He finds the goal. And Lake Highland's back on the board.
We're seeing some great plays here, individual efforts.
Boy, just a lot of nice, crisp, clean passing, even interior at both ends. Jordan Todd's goal a minute ago came in a real tight window. That pass right there really tight, and both players, both shooters, accurate on goal. All right, Chris Medry, I think, is going to have a shot at Kyle Clemenza on this face-off. Medry did well last night, took most of the draws in the second half, as I recall, for Lake Highland. See if there's any better luck rooting Mr. Clemenza off the ball. What a weapon. Check that, it wasn't Clemenza on that one. That draw was taken, or that face-off was Grant Mailer, number 5. Got a shot, got a goal, Stephen Real.
The last 4 shots have been on goal and they've been in.
Well, they heard you, Coach. Need to be more accurate with their shots. They have been. We got a 6-5 game, still favoring Lake Highland. 6 minutes, 32 seconds to play. Last year was 11-10. I get the feeling it's going to be a little bit more high scoring this year.
It's a higher score game than I
expected.
expected.
If this trend continues.
Yeah.
And everybody's been playing at a very high level tonight. Lake Highland comes away with the face-off. Important for them to keep control of the ball when they get their opportunities like this. The 23 is Malcolm Clayton. Fires over to Wolfson. Wolfson stumbles and falls, regains his composure and the ball. It was really good. The penalty flag coming in. Austin Tamayo.
Got a free opportunity here.
Yeah. Yeah, they really do. They're going to get the ball back when that penalty gets assessed. 24 is Davis Anderson. We get around to the delayed penalty call. All right, for the next minute, Lake Highland has a one-player advantage. It's like Clay Phillips for the Highlanders. Devin Lewis. Billy Roll, number 1. Davis Anderson, number 24. Trying to find a crack in the defense.
Good ball movement.
Yep. With the player down, Bob, are they playing zone or is it?
Yes, they are.
What's that?
Yes, they are.
Yeah. Shot by Clay Phillips, first to the ball, Austin Tamayo. Well, a lot of credit here to St. Andrews. They've managed to hold off the Highlanders. Devin Lewis back to Billy Roll. And ball gets away from Tamayo, and possession now goes to the Scots.
No, there was an unforced error there. We haven't seen it. That might be the first one of the night.
They've been kind of looking and looking and looking. Not much going on. They just, St. Andrews defense definitely was attentive to their zone and not giving anybody a look. Not sure who's going to start play here. It looks like Mac Suskind, I guess number 6, standing by the official. Really want to give a shout out to Steve Ripley and his staff at John Carroll High School for all they've done to make this event the event that it has been this weekend.
Yeah, it's a big ordeal they put on here.
Connor
a lot
Logan.
of volunteers.
St. Andrews keeps possession. Number 4 is Andy Wheeler. Yeah, it's a first-rate facility, and the organization, hospitality, as kids would say, off the chain good. Number 3, Connor Whipple. Yep, that's gonna, you can see that one coming. Kind of grabbed him up around the shoulder, threw him to the ground. (6-5) with 3:57 to play in the half. Possession to the Scots and a man advantage to boot. Hockey, they call that penalty killing, and at the other end, St. Andrews killed off a penalty exceptionally well.
Yeah, they did.
Gave up,
good job.
I think, one shot that wasn't even, close, but didn't give up much of a look on that. Now let's see if the Highlanders can come back and kill off this penalty. So they too look like they've moved into a zone defense.
Yes, pretty much you have to in a situation like this.
It's like Whipple had it. I'm sorry, that's number 17, Zach Hurd. Oh, there it is, inside.
Wow.
Yeah, I've got the defense, broke it down. Connor Whipple finished it off. It's tied.
That was a heck of a pass there.
It was. And Whipple really kind of worked the goalkeeper on that play. A couple moves, a couple fakes. You're really in a difficult position as a goalkeeper in those situations.
But even from last night, the passes are significantly harder. Everything's faster.
3:27 to play in the half. We're even, kind of where we started the evening. Only instead of 0-0, it's 6-6. Kyle Clemenza. Number 22, Blake Mulligan.
Timeout.
All right, we have a timeout.
I needed a timeout.
At the end of the first quarter, you said, I'm tired. We played a quarter. I don't think they can play at this level the whole game. We're getting close to half. I don't think the level's fallen off yet.
No, it hasn't. It hasn't. I don't think they can keep it up like this the whole game, but I guess we're going to find out. I don't know if the fans can keep this up the whole game.
Well, one thing's for sure, they're getting their money's worth tonight. Earlier this evening or later this afternoon, depending upon your view, I guess, Vero Beach High School girls won their 7th consecutive state title, kind of putting it to Bishop Moore Catholic School. The final score there was, what, 23-6?
22-6.
22-6, and I want to congratulate the Fighting Indians on their 7th consecutive state title. Certainly on the boys' side, St. Andrews is that same force of a team. They've been a multiple state champion. I want to say at one point they'd won 12 or 13 consecutives. Last year they got knocked off their throne by Lake Highlands in a match that probably is every bit as intense as this one. The final score came with seconds remaining on the scoreboard, and Lake Highlands won 11-10. So the two of them tee it up tonight. It's the rubber match. I don't reckon either of them have an advantage. Oh, maybe St. Andrews a little bit more because they're wanting their crown back. 3:15 to play in the half, 6-all. Long pass downfield, nice catch. All right, St. Andrews. Number 5, Grant Mailer. Connor Whipple.
St. Andrews very deliberate here.
Yeah, back to Mailer. Stephen Real had a really good night last night for the Scots. They kind of did this a couple of minutes ago, and I don't know if they lulled the defense to sleep, but they kind of, sort of passive on the perimeter. All of a sudden, they whip a pass inside, fighting Whipple kind of all alone with the goalkeeper. Number 2 is Stephen Real. Possession for the Scots. Kind of like that. Nice play, Alex Acuna.
Yeah, they definitely don't seem like they're in any hurry.
Yeah, they really look like they've kind of slowed the pace down, much more dedicated to a purpose, it looks like. A lot of quick players on both sides. Grant Mailer, number 5. Number 15, Jake Levine. Number 27, Jordan Todd. Todd outside. Nice play.
Nice stop on
Alex
the dog.
Acuna has really played a very, very good game tonight for the Highlanders. A lot of big stops early. That's how his team got the lead. With a lot of good stops.
Great pass.
Yeah, nice fast break there. Billy Roll finds Austin Tamayo.
Yeah, Billy Rolls looked like he was going to take the shot, and
yep.
The goalie played for the shot, and he just flipped it over and opened net.
Lake Highland last night had a series of plays where they found a guy sort of alone on a post near the goalkeeper, and that's exactly what happened there. I mean, certainly Roll looked like he was going to take the shot out front, feeds it down to Tamayo, and Tamayo kind of slides it past the goalkeeper. It's 7-6 Highlanders, minute and 5 to play in the half. Clemenza wins the face-off. There it is.
Wow.
Didn't take
Fast,
him long to
fast,
get that
fast.
one back.
That happened in about 2.3 seconds.
Number 3, Connor Whipple, notched the score 7-up. 58 seconds to play.
You know, I feel like I'm at a European soccer match right now.
Yeah, the crowd is definitely into it, and well, they should be. It's been an exciting match. I guess anyone's too surprised on that. Face-off won by St. Andrews. Clemens on that one kind of kicked it, pried it free, then just kind of walled off the Lake Highland player, so one of his players could come in and get it. 24, Bo Parker for St. Andrews.
I was talking earlier about the...
Check that, it was 34 Jake Fields, my bad. Jake Fields on that for...
the heavyweight boxing match we were facing tonight, and they're not throwing any jabs. This is all roundhouses.
8-7 St. Andrews. I think that's their first lead of the night. With 35 seconds to play, there's still time to get another one here.
At this speed, several.
Devin Lewis, Lake Highland looks like they're going to have an opportunity to hopefully get even before the half. Billy Roll,
big save.
Nice play.
Big
Corey
save.
Echeverry came up with a big stop there for the Scots. Long pass.
Goalie to goalie.
Back down the other way. Lewis taken away by the Scots.
3 seconds. Oh, hit the
Hit
post.
a post. We've
As
reached
time ran
halftime.
out. Oh.
Look, as intense as this half has been, could it have ended in any more, back and forth, fast-paced, kind of crazy way?
I feel like I was watching a ping pong match.
That was exciting. We have had...
A lot of, look at the players running off the field. A lot of energy there.
I'm serious.
They're
I don't know
psyched.
where they're going to find in the second half, but that was a very, very exciting first half of play. We go to the halftime. St. Andrews trying to grab back their state title, takes the lead from the defending champ Lake Highlands. It's 8-7. See you guys after the half. Welcome back to South County Stadium. We're ready to begin the second half. The kind of brawl for it all tonight. The state championship for the boys, lacrosse state championship. St. Andrews grabbed the lead right before the halftime. They're up on Lake Highland 8-7. And boy, if the second half is anywhere as good as the first half, we're in for a treat.
I thought halftime came just in time for me because I was running out of breath there.
And boy, the end-to-end action right before the half as both teams look to grab that one bit of edge. St. Andrews trying to grab a 2-goal lead. You got Lake Highlands coming back trying to really grab a share of the lead going into the half. It's like a heavyweight fight, you said it best, and they're not out there like lightweights throwing jabs at each other. There's a couple heavyweights, and they're just rearing back and throwing haymakers.
I was pretty impressed with St. Andrews when they left the field. A lot of energy. They sprinted off the field.
Well, they grabbed the lead. They struggled early. Couldn't quite find their game, I guess, or at least could not find a way past Alex Acuna, the goalkeeper for Lake Highland, but they certainly found it, and certainly one of the biggest elements for them is right here in the middle of the field. It's like Lake Highland's going to have control of it when we start the second half. That's Malcolm Clayton. Devin Lewis. "24 minutes to decide a championship." Lewis kind of knocked off his feet there. Billy Roll, kind of what they did last night, kind of getting Billy Roll and Clay Phillips sort of tucked in behind the net and kind of sneaking out on the edge to find a one-on-one opportunity with the goalkeeper. Alex Tamayo out front for Lake Highland. He gets kind of around them.
Oh,
That was sweet.
that was just
the players that were standing in front of that kind of drift up the field a little bit and pulled the defenders with them, and then he kind of gets a pick off of one side in the back, spins around the corner, and Austin Tamayo.
It was all individual effort there.
Yeah. He had some help from his teammates, though. They kind of opened up the opportunity for him by occupying some space and pulling some defenders out. But Tamayo, yeah, you're right, comes around the corner, takes his shot, and we're all even. 11 minutes to play. 8-8. Clemenza wins another one. Takes a shot.
Oh.
Wire to wire. Kyle Clemenza. He's like the face-off expert.
He's definitely an expert, but he's also fast.
Yeah, he is.
He got into that defensive
kind
end.
Kind of rolled
way
straight
before
down
they
the
thought
field.
he would.
Took a shot, and with 7 seconds after the game is leveled, St. Andrews goes back on top 9-8.
He's definitely a good weapon to have.
I'm telling you. False start. Yeah, Clemenza again. I think his presence caused that one. You got Connor Whipple, number 3 for the Scots. Flips it off to Andy Wheeler. Boy, Alex Acuna has kept Lake Highland in it. I think if not for his play tonight, this thing could be pretty one-sided. Chris Medry. Billy Roll. Roll takes a shot. Austin Tamayo, closest to the ball, come back into play. That's not going to get to the sideline. Clay Phillips. Chris Medry. Davis Anderson. Oh, they shut that one off. Medry out front. Kind of careless with the ball there. So Billy Rolls may have given up possession.
Still Lake Highland's ball.
Yeah, it looks like number 2, Clay Phillips, starts the action. Number 11, Chris Medry. Billy Roll. Davis Anderson. Billy Roll. It seems as if watching St. Andrews defenders, they really are sort of clamping down on both sides of the post. If any Lake Highland players kind of wander into that area, one of them or two of them show up, sort of shut that avenue off. Brendan Fugit. Well, if he could just turn the corner there, but St. Andrews isn't letting him. It's Davis Anderson, number 24. Back to Fugit. Boom. Saw that one coming. Well, the defense just kind of waiting for him there. Nick Ranta got a whistle stopping play.
Yep. Nick Highland keeps the ball.
Must have been something with that hit. Perhaps up high. Didn't draw a
Didn't look
flag.
too high, but
Will Wolfson, number 9. St. Andrews defense has just been locked down most of the second half here. Brendan Fugit. Billy Roll. Well, they let Roll get inside.
good move.
He earned every bit of that one, but did not make the shot.
Wow, the hustle there, both of them just fighting to get that ball.
Clay Phillips to Austin Tamayo. Tamayo fighting it off inside. He got a whistle stopping play there. Tamayo really kind of one-on-one there. Holding off the defender. My guess you're going to have St. Andrews playing a man down.
Appears to be that way.
Austin Tamayo will start play for Lake Highland. They got a minute. with a one-man advantage. Let's see if they can get this thing to pay off. Here we go. Boy, points are at a premium. Billy Roll, Austin Tamayo, nice pass inside. Got a shot turned away by the goalkeeper there. That was Ryan Johnson. Took the shot. Number 37, Reed McCool. Heads up field for St. Andrews. Nice play. A little shuttle pass there. It's like Connor Whipple. But check that. Number 6, Mac Zeskind. Possession for St. Andrews.
Double team.
Zeskind pass over top. That's Connor Whipple, number 3. Have a high throw, gets away from St. Andrews, but they're going to be first to the ball. It's number 5, Grant Mailer. Mailer, nice pass in time, hit a one-timer.
Oh. Well, the rebound came right out front, and he was all by himself.
I think that was Stephen Real there that finished it off. I think Whipple took the first shot.
Goalie made a nice save on the first one.
Acuna saved the first one, almost saved the second one, but they slid that one by him. And for the first time tonight, St. Andrews has a 2-goal lead. It's 10-8 with looks like 6:37 to play in the third quarter. And the St. Andrews crowd is pumped up and should be. Clemenza ends up with possession. The 34, Jake Field. Each game seems to have its critical moments. You know, when you look at the score, you look at the time, you look at the momentum, and you think this is a pretty critical time here for both teams. St. Andrews gets a 3-goal lead. Acuna comes up large on that shot. Number 19, Ben Kennedy. Fields. Defense will not give him the opportunity. Jake Fields possession. Ben Kennedy back to Fields. Andy Wheeler. Kennedy. Fields. Oh, mistake on the ball. And the scramble is on. You got a whistle that stops play. Illegal procedure of the call. Possession now to Lake Highlands.
I think Lake Highland dodged a bullet there.
Well, one thing's for sure. I mean, they did not give up a goal. Didn't really give the Scots a look. Number 23, Malcolm Clayton will start play. Like
you were saying, though, St. Andrews gets a 3-goal lead there, and then a real good chance of getting that face-off the way they've been getting them. That could have been critical.
Number 4, Brendan Fugit. Back to Malcolm Clayton.
Needs a good opportunity here.
Well, they need to get this one in. Have a quick pass inside. You know, earlier you had commented that their passing was crisp and they really knew, kind of looked like they had a handle on what they were doing. No unforced errors, and now we have one.
Oh. St. Andrews is coming out fired out in the second half.
I think that was Carl Scheller, number 16, who scored on that play for St. Andrews. Any way you look at it, it's a 3-goal lead. Got 11-8 with 4:50 to play in the third. See who controls the face-off. Lake Highland had the opportunity there, just couldn't capitalize on it. That's Jordan Todd. I think there's fireworks going off at the Met Stadium behind us. We have plenty of fireworks right here in the stadium tonight. Wow, wow. Alex Acuna tracks that one down. Kind of a loose throw there from his defender.
Great
number 28, Ryan Johnson. Yeah, hit goalkeeper once
he didn't have
again.
much time.
Austin Tamayo. In addition to fireworks here at South County Stadium, the fans are getting treated to the fireworks going on at Digital Domain Field over where the Mets are playing a minor league game tonight. Possession back to St. Andrews, number 2, Stephen Real. Number 9, Alexander Bertoskis.
Timeout.
A timeout on the field. Timeout St. Andrews. The intensity hasn't let up.
We need a breather ourselves. I keep saying it on the timeouts, but my gosh, I'm out of breath.
3 minutes 36 seconds to play. Oh, here we go. It's on the monitor in front of us there. Nice job on the fireworks.
Happy New Year.
Yes, sir. Got fireworks in this stadium as well. 11-8 Lake Highland. A timeout, 3:36 to play in the third period. And boy, it's been an exciting night.
This is by far the best game of our weekend.
I think so.
Wouldn't you say so?
Yeah, and I don't think anything's compared. We've seen some close games without a doubt, both on the girls' side and on the boys' side. The semifinals last night on the boys' side was all pretty competitive and close. But you're right, there's not a match we've seen this weekend that can come close to matching the intensity and the level of play of these two teams. Yeah. Someone said, well, have you seen the best teams in Florida play yet? I'm going to say, yeah, I saw the best two teams play tonight. Saw the best girls team earlier. Saw the best two boys teams tonight.
It's been a treat.
It has been, and again, we've talked about a lot this weekend too. You know, you watch these games, there's so much to gain and so much to lose. And at the end, you know, you feel bad for the people that lose, you know, the teams that lose in a close, hard-fought game. And clearly that appears to be where we're headed here tonight, that someone's going to leave this field obviously very disappointed in what I think is still going to be a very close game before it's all done, all said and done.
Oh, here we go.
Coming out of the timeout. Possession belongs to St. Andrews, so they're going to Connor Whipple. Stephen Real. Oh, he's quick.
Oh, man. That's...
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say something about Real. You know, he's one of those spark plug kids. He's quick as a cat. He, you know, really makes things happen for St. Andrews, and there he is coming up large on that goal.
Yeah, 4-goal lead. That could be a game changer here.
Yeah, 2:53 to play. 12-8 St. Andrews. Not that they're going to feel comfortable with that lead, but they have to feel good.
Certainly takes a lot of pressure off him.
Malcolm Clayton
and puts the pressure on Lake Highland.
Yeah, you've really got to come up with some face-offs here.
Especially with the face-off coming up, it's a lot of pressure on him.
Clayton and Clemenza. Clemenza came up out of there early with it, but Not this time. St. Andrews has possession.
Lake Highland.
I'm sorry, Lake Highland.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
Good goal there.
Yeah, it was. Devin Lewis cranked one.
And all of a sudden, the Lake Highland fans have come alive.
Yep.
They were sitting a little quiet there for the beginning of the second half, third period.
12-9, 2:40 to play. A couple more plays like that. We got us a night again. Lake Highland chipping away, 12-9. Malcolm Clayton, Kyle Clemenza taking a face off. Ball free. Once again, Lake Highland, tenacious, stays with it. Number 24 is Davis Anderson. He loses control of it. Number 11, Jake Weprin, turns it right back over to Lake Highland.
He turns it right back over to St. Andrews. Oh, wow.
That's,
you could just see that coming. Let's go.
What a time for a grand finale, huh?
Wow, a lot of energy in that last 30 seconds. Back and forth, back and forth. Seemed to be a little dispute there on whether it was a goal or not, but it's confirmed it is a goal. Dan Levine.
I got that. Looking around for numbers, can't quite spot it. Looks like Jake Levine's been credited with that goal. It's 13-9 with 2:09 to play. Clemenza comes away with the face-off. Levine. Where St. Andrews has looked good tonight.
Yeah, they started off a little sluggish.
Yeah, they did. Jake Fields. Boy, when it rains, it pours. Jordan Todd finds the range.
Yeah, they're not letting
Go
up.
14-9 with 1:39 to play in the third. Boy, when you're hot, you're hot.
Yeah, Lake
St.
Highland
Andrews
looks
has gotten hot.
like they're a little bit back on their heels right now.
Yeah. Nice play by the Highlanders. Boy, if they needed to control one, there it was. And they've got it, number 23, Malcolm Clayton. If you're a Highlander, you really need to make something happen on this possession.
You need at least one back here.
Yeah. Austin Tamayo just unable to force his way inside. Scott's defense won't let him. Brendan Fugit.
Less than a minute.
Shot but misses. First to the ball, Billy Roll, number 1. Well, they're just taking shots, but trying to make something happen, and it just isn't there.
Looks like St. Andrews going to work for the last shot.
That's a little off target. Number 4, Brendan Fugit. 23, Malcolm Clayton. 12 seconds to play in the third. See if they make an effort to get a shot off here. Last night there were some times when they just let the time run out. There it is.
Oh, he missed it.
Missed it. Davis Anderson right at the buzzer misses the shot.
Play.
Yeah, it was a great
setup.
play on both sides and just did not get it home. We've reached the end of the third quarter. It's 14-9 St. Andrews. And with a quarter to play, don't go anywhere. We're going to come back, and it's going to be an intense 12 minutes of lacrosse yet to be played. After a quick shot of oxygen by your announcers, we're back ready for the fourth period.
I've got my seatbelt on.
It's 12 minutes to a state title. St. Andrews in the driver's seat, 12-9. On the face-off, Lake Highland. Riley Shepherdson, high throw, nice recovery there by Cody Prizer. Ryan Johnson has the ball taken away from him. Number 6, Mac Suskind. Here come the Scots. Maybe take the air out of it a little bit here, Coach. Nope. Wow. 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 It was Suskind cranking one from outside, and Acuna big on the stop. But possession stays with the boys from Boca. Andy Wheeler. Stephen Real.
Think you're going to start working the clock a little bit?
Well, I thought they would, and then next thing you know, they're firing up another shot.
Yeah.
Connor Whipple, number 3. I mean, do you take the air out of the ball, or do you just keep playing your game?
Well, that was a pretty good opportunity, though. I guess
I absolutely agree. I was just kind of curious to know whether you thought they were going to take some time off, or would they keep running their offense? There it is.
Yeah.
Wow. That was a great pass. Unfortunately, Suskind could not come up with it. Shepherdson for Lake Highlands because we had a flag on the play. Number 9, Will Wolfson. Lake Highland, 23, Malcolm Clayton. Austin Tamayo. Nice. Tried to get a pass inside, could not get it done.
We'll have a penalty now.
Yeah, I think we go back, pick up that penalty from earlier in the sequence. My guess is Lake Highland's going to have a one-man advantage.
I believe so.
For a minute. Okay. Tamayo. Lewis.
This is almost a must for Lake Highland.
Yeah. Billy Roll. Phillips. Tamayo. Lewis. Back to Roll. Moving the ball quickly and crisply right now. Shot there by Davis Anderson. Off the post. Outside of the post. First to the ball. Lewis. Billy Roll. Davis Anderson.
Good pass.
Nice pass inside. The defense recovers quickly. Tried to find Phillips. Tamayo, they still keep possession. Devin Lewis kind of brings it back out front, reset the offense.
And both teams are back at full.
Could not get advantage on a one-man. One man up, couldn't get there.
See what the call is. Looks like Highland's going to retain the ball.
Yep. Ryan Johnson, Billy Roll, Clay Phillips, Austin Tamayo, Devin Lewis, Johnson out front, back to Lewis. They're looking for any kind of opportunity here, Bob, and that defense is not giving them a look. Right now, St. Andrews defense is just rock solid.
Yeah.
Austin Tamayo starts the play for Lake Highland. Devin Lewis. He gets knocked around a little bit and out of the pile. St. Andrews. Ball gets away. Scooped up by number 6, Max Suskind.
There's a little injury on the play here. Lewis was very slow getting up.
Is that a trainer or a coach on the field to see him? And Devin Lewis making his way to the sideline kind of slowly. I think Connor Logan, check that. Max Suskind can start the action for St. Andrews. Nice grab. Jake Fields. We do get a little bit of a sense that St. Andrews is in no hurry.
If they're ever going to start slowing it down, this is the time to do it.
Number 4 is Andy Wheeler.
I think Lake Highland Prep's got to know that.
Yeah. Number 2 is Stephen Real.
They're coming out after him.
Yep. And well, they should, but I don't see St. Andrews really making a real effort to get after it offensively. Number 15, Jake Levine. Nice pickup. Yeah, I think if they got the opportunity, they would take it, but I think they're really trying to be really ultra patient here. Andy Wheeler. Ball gets kind of checked free. Something happened behind the play, I think, because I see number 2, Clay Phillips, sitting in the penalty area. So my guess is you've got St. Andrews playing a man up.
It's going to be real easy to take a minute off the clock here.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if you see a shot here.
Yeah.
Huh. I spoke too soon.
St. Andrews maintains possession. We're counting it down. We're at about 5 minutes and 45 seconds to play. There it is. Oh. Stephen Real, I mean, that was pretty much on the money. I'm not sure who it was intended for, but It might have been Jake Levine. Looked like he just could not quite come up with the pass. And he was camped out at the goalkeeper's doorstep. Possession stays with the Scots. Number 4, Andy Wheeler. Really nice run through the defense. 5 minutes to play. Ball gets away. Looks like it's going to roll out. Looks like Lake Highland got a bit of a break there.
Yeah, unforced error.
Yep. Both teams substituting. A little bit under 5 minutes to play. Clay Phillips had such a big night last night for the Highlanders. Had a rather quiet evening tonight. Alex Acuna finds an open man on the other side of the field. Ryan Johnson for the Highlanders.
I think Highland's going to have to make something happen pretty fast.
Yeah. Will Wolfson tries to get a shot off, comes out of his stick. Possession stays with the Highlanders. Billy Roll takes a shot, but it's not even that close. Looks like first to the ball. Corey Echeverry, goalkeeper for St. Andrews. Long throw across field. Wow, gets away from Nick Ranta.
Almost got lost in the lights or something there.
You know, I hadn't thought about that, but I bet you're right. You know, looking back, he seemed like he had it, then he lost it and had no idea where it was. Good point.
It was definitely catchable.
Yeah, it was up in the air a long time. I thought the same thing. I found it kind of surprising that he could not come up with it, and I hadn't thought about the lights being a feature or a factor in that, but I bet you're right. All right, Malcolm Clayton, Austin Tamayo. And St. Andrews defense has just not been giving up anything. I mean, every shot right now at Lake Highland is taken has somebody stick in their face or somebody stick on their stick, and they're just not, they're not on target. Remember early in the game they were so accurate with their shots.
They really ratcheted up the defense.
Yeah, they really have. Really rolled. They're getting mugged inside by the defense, and Corey Echeverry has the ball for St. Andrews, and again a little bit loose play there out of the Scots. Returns possession. It's Davis Anderson. 3:24 to play. Will Wolfson. Whoa.
Unforced error.
Yeah.
Can't do that at this time
Call
of the
for
game.
Billy Roll.
The 3:03 left. They're down 5. That's going to hurt.
Corey Echeverry, St. Andrews goalkeeper. Goes over the top. Wow, what a nice grab there. That's number 22, Blake Mulligan, one-handed on the fly. Why not? Take a shot. It's nice to see a defensive guy make a nice play and take advantage of trying to get a score.
It looked like Lynn Swan in the
That was
Super
a
Bowl.
great catch. Saw one of those a couple years ago in a girls game where Jen LaFew of Vero Beach made this similar catch, one-handed, full stride like that. It's really kind of amazing when you think about it. At least it amazed me. We have a timeout on the field. With 2 minutes and 36 seconds to play. A 14-9 advantage to St. Andrews.
Well, I'm
right.
sure Lake Highland, there's got to be a certain sense of urgency here. Everything's got to be fast. They got to score, get the ball back. Score, get the ball back. St. Andrews has to be in no hurry at all. Time is on their side.
One of the things you shared with me last night in our time together was, even though you're behind, if you give up a goal, at least you go back to the center and you have a chance to win control. And I was kind of surprised at that, but it makes a lot of sense. It's not like another sport where you could foul someone, they get a shot or a free throw like a basketball, and then you get possession right back. That really, as long as they have possession and you can't get it back, they're just going to keep running the clock off.
It's almost like in football. You've seen people take a dive at the 1 yard line and not score a touchdown.
Keep the clock running.
Same type of situation, because of the onside kick, they can get the ball back again.
Well, the Scots and their fans beginning to feel it, I think. You got a 5-goal lead with 2.5 minutes to play. Connor Whipple. Passes across Stephen Real. Back over to Whipple. Check that number 34, Jake Fields. Like a 2-man game, kind of Stephen Real. Oh, man.
That's that same play.
Yep.
How many times have they done that?
Yep. Connor Whipple, 15-9. St. Andrews, 2:01 to play in the match.
Would you say that's the exclamation point?
Has that feeling to it, doesn't it? Just over 2 minutes to play. Face off. This time it looks like the Highlanders. Number 24, Davis Anderson. Anderson can't find, you got a flag or two being thrown there.
It's going to be against St. Andrews.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it would.
The crowd's hanging in there right to the end.
Yeah, it looks like the Lake Highland fans are kind of in a seated position, and the St. Andrews fans are on their feet.
Yeah, they have been quiet for a while. So. Lake Highland.
Yeah. Has really been a dominating second half for the Scots.
They ran off the field in the first, after the second quarter, a lot of energy. They came back on the field a lot of energy. You can almost feel that they thought something big was going to happen.
You know, they seemed like they seized the momentum and they should not let go of it. See if the Highlanders can get a score here. Once again, I mean, Bob, every time I see the Highlanders take a shot, I see somebody stick, deflect the ball, somebody stick on your stick. They just will not give them a decent look at the goal, and all credit to St. Andrews' defense.
Was that same play again?
Yeah, it was the same play again. And
a little bit more of a fast break situation, but still that little pass from the right down low left, and goalie's out of position.
Yeah, you can see this, the Highlanders players really trying to, be physical, get the ball back, and St. Andrews kept their cool, moved the ball around, found an open man, kind of alone with the goalkeeper, and that's not ended up nice for the goalkeeper all weekend. We go 16-9 with 1:20 to play, and a Highlander player on the sideline, so he'll be playing down a man. Nice play, Anderson, Davis Anderson. Billy roll. Shot there by Ryan Johnson.
Was there a penalty?
I thought there was.
Two San Andrew players are out.
And I see a Highlander sitting there as well, so maybe there was a kind of a multiple set of them. Davis Anderson puts the Highlanders in double figures at 16-10. My father would probably say just a little, too late. 54 seconds to play. Clemenza back in his accustomed position on the face-off. And the Scots have the possession. They're in the attacking zone. And the clock's ticking away. We have an equipment issue. Okay. Scott's ball. Anderson. Davis Anderson. Number 24 for Lake Highland.
Penalty on St. Andrews.
Well, in both finals tonight, Bob, the number 1 seeded team in the state of Florida is going to walk away with the title. I think that's exactly what I hear the Scots saying. We're number 1. Do we have a timeout on the field? No, I guess they're just subbing players in. I thought maybe there was a timeout, people headed to the sideline, but appears to be just couple substitutes coming and going.
Substitution.
Yeah. Billy Roll will start play for the Highlanders. 30 seconds to play. Looks like the rubber match of the series is going to belong to the Scots. Just over 6 seconds to play. Bob, enjoyed working with you this weekend.
Yeah, this was immensely a lot of fun.
I certainly wish you and the Martin County girls all the success. Hopefully you'll get out of Bureau's district and have an opportunity to, do some playoff action yourself. I want to congratulate St. Andrews. They're state champions again. Final score in this one, 16-10. And the Scots celebrate on the field. It's been a pleasure working with you. It's been a pleasure being on air over the last couple of days. Congratulations to your new state, your new state champions, the St. Andrews Scots. That's all from South County Stadium in Port St. Lucie. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Martin. The pleasure was mine.
Thank you all for tuning in, and have a great rest of the weekend.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the field for the awards ceremony. First, we recognize the players and coaches of the 2012 state runner-up team, the Lake Highland Prep Highlanders. Irish. Number 1, Billy Roll. Wade Phillips. Number 3, Ben Fraser. Number 4, Brennan Fugate. Number 9, Will Wolfson. Number 10, Reed Bedford. Number 11, Chris Mettery. Number 12, Jackson Bowen. Number 14, Sam Webster. Number 15, Austin Tamayo. Number 16, Alex Acuno. Number 20, Tanner Jefferson. Number 21, George Tyson. Number 22, Jacob Brantley. Number 23, Malcolm Clayton. Number 24, Davis Anderson. Number 28, Ryan Johnson. Number 29, Max Parker. Number 31, Don Tyson. Number 32, John Bachman. Number 33, Riley Shepardson. Number 35, Devin Lewis. Number 42, Max Jasmine. Number 45, Cody Fraser. Anna Everett. Danny Dunlop. Austin Phelps. Dave Stockman. Will St. Laurent. Tom Groninger. Jeff Vandermeulen. And head coach Chris Spalding. And now the state runner-up trophy will be presented to head coach Chris Spalding and associate athletic director Siobhan Taylor. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2012 state runner-up, the Lake Highland Prep Highlanders. Now we recognize the players and coaches of the 2012 state championship team, the St. Andrew Scots. Number 1, Connor Logan. Number 2, Stephen Riel. Number 3, Connor Whipple. Number 4, Andy Wheeler. Number 5, Grant Medler. Number 6, Max Soskett. Number 7, Nick Ranta. Number 8, Kyle Clementa. Number 9, Alexander Bartlakis. Number 11, Jason Webred. Number 15, Jake Levine. Etcheverry. Number 32, Keith Mayer. Number 34, Jake Field. Number 37, Lee McCool. Number 39, Thomas Loungeberry. Number 40, Connor Hunsinger. Ian McElroy. Jimmy Shore. Trainer Cliff Dees. Trainer Kate Prescott. Assistant coach Dick Mullen. Assistant coach Brian Kosh. Director of Lacrosse Casey Powell. And the head coach, R.J. Dawson. Now the state championship trophy will be presented to the head coach, R.J. Dawson.